Good job, Andrew. Appreciate that. All right, so we're going to move on forward to our next speaker. And one thing I wanted to share is that once you find the right property, you go under contract, we as realtors will type in a contingency that's called an option period. And we usually give about 10 days on that option period. So what happens in the option period is you call Brandon and talk about insurance. There's two I's. If you're taking notes, write this down. Insurance and inspections. These are the two things that we highly advise you to do within your 10-day option period. 10-day option period means you have the option to terminate the contract for any reason at all. You can have a bad dream, you could just change your mind, or you can get an inspection report back and it is not to the likings. There's so many things wrong with it and you're like, I don't know about this, I think I need to back out. So the inspector will come out to the house and do the inspection, and Mr. McGraw, who is the inspector today, is going to talk a little bit about what that process looks like. So let's go ahead and welcome up our next speaker of the day, who is Mr. McGraw with Texas Pride Home Inspections. Let's give him some encouragement. Yes, sir.
How's everybody doing today? Good to see everybody here. I think this is a fantastic expo that they're having. Thanks a lot to Mr. Mike and also Ms. Sarah for allowing me to be here today. So home inspections, and also I want to say it would be a fantastic decision. I guess most of you here today are currently renting, right? So what you'll find out in purchasing a home is it actually is going to be a better financial decision for each and every one of you. Some people think that renting, it's actually much cheaper, less cost to purchase a home than it is to rent what you're currently doing. Another thing is home buying actually is an investment. It's always an investment to own your own property because you can always make minor improvements to the home, and it increases in value quite rapidly. Whereas when you're renting, of course, you're just paying monthly rent. But that is not why I'm here today. I'm here to try to explain to you what is my role in the process of you being able to make a really good purchase on buying the home of your dreams. Now, as you can hear, everyone here today, what I'm hearing a lot of is that we're all here to try to protect you in a lot of different ways. We have the insurance representatives, we have those that are searching the titles to make sure you're not getting into a legal mess. Well, what a home inspector does, or you employ us to come out to your property, is that we're going to go through every component of that home to be able to help you to understand what the deficiencies are in that home and what the extent is of those deficiencies. So say, for instance, we always do 5 major focuses. We do a structural inspection, which means we're going to check out the roof, we're going to be checking out your foundation, and we're going to be able to go into your home to notice if for some reason certain areas of the home does not feel as if they're level. And it depends, of course, if you're buying a slab on grade home, which is concrete, or if you're buying a pier and beam home, which is one that's elevated off of the ground. And so what we're able to do is go in there and find out, is this structure good for your home? Because foundations and also roofs, those are two of the most expensive things that you're going to have repaired to your home. For instance, at our church, we just had a foundation repair done, and the cost of that was upwards of almost $18,000. Now, home not so much because ours was commercial property. But what we're able to do is go in there, and then you may be able to go back, if you really, really like the home, sometimes you can go back and it helps on the negotiating side of it for you guys to say, look, I really, really like this home, I'm a little concerned about this. And we always make a recommendation. We're not experts on foundation. We're always going to recommend you to find someone that is very familiar with the foundation to find out. Because at times you may see some signs of some foundation situations or settlement, and they might have already repaired the foundation. And that's just something that you're going to find out from that. We're going to check out your HVAC system, your air conditioning, your heating system, to make sure all the components of that is operating properly. We're also going to check on to make sure that all the grading around the property is actually correct. We're also going to walk in there, we're going to find out about the electrical. Sometimes people are very unfamiliar with what the breakers are inside the home, what they're supposed to be connected to, what is the safety issues if you don't have them connected to the right amperage. You may have somebody that has a AC system that's supposed to be connected to a 50 amp breaker, but it's connected to a 40 amp breaker. Well, through a home inspection, we're going to be able to help you discover that. So what we're trying to do is trying to help you to make a solid decision on the home you're wanting purchase. We also check on the plumbing to make sure that, not going into the walls or anything like that, but just to make sure your plumbing is operating as it should, make sure your hot water heater is being at the right temperature. And so we do a lot of things so that you can walk into the home once you purchase it, when you make that decision, and feel, you know what, I'm making a very good, solid decision on purchasing this home. Or sometimes I had one of my friends, he was wanting to purchase a home, and he saw a little spot on the ceiling, right? And so he's like, well, I'm not too sure what's going on with that spot. The home inspector said, look, if I were you, I would absolutely have that checked out. And it was just a little bitty spot. Somebody said, well, it's just a spot, no big deal. Well, it actually ended up being a $25,000 repair. But because he had a home inspector to go in there, take an evaluation of this whole property, he was able to catch that prior to closing on the home. He still closed on the home, but the actual seller did the repair so that he would be able to walk in there and have the confidence, well, I'm not looking at this used $25,000 bill as soon as I walk into the home. So really our responsibility, what we're trying to do, is trying to help each and every one of you make a very good, solid decision that you walk into the home that you're going to feel good about what you're actually purchasing. And another thing that you see, the spiral notebook that has the note section in the back of it, anytime that we do an inspection, you already have one, but anytime we do an inspection for a potential home buyer, we always hand this book to them, and it's a home maintenance manual. How many of you guys like maintenance? That's what I thought. 0 hands. But maintenance is extremely important. Simple things, say for instance, if I'm walking in doing a home inspection, and you may think that an AC filter is not a big deal. It is huge. Because if that AC filter is not replaced on a regular basis, it's overworking your AC, and your AC is costing you a lot more money in electrical bills. Okay, but if you keep your AC, simple thing like an AC filter changed on a regular basis, well, your home bills are going to be much less. Also, if your AC is not operating properly, one thing that we can discover in a home inspection, it can actually cost you a whole lot more money than having that AC repaired because it's working a lot hard. It's not going to last as long. So what the home maintenance manual does, once we get through with your home inspection, it allows you to put yourself on a regular schedule to know what to change, to what to do, so you'll be able to have your home. Because some people, they wait way too long on repairs inside of the home, and then your amount that you're trying to repair escalates to a point to where now you can't afford it. Then the home just starts falling apart all around you. But if you do things on a regular basis, and that's what the purpose of the home maintenance manual is to help you to do things on a regular basis, which in the long run is actually going to end up saving you tons of money. But anyway, so love to have the opportunity. Anybody has any questions or anything like that? Anybody got any questions about what is a home inspection, or what exactly it is that we are looking for when we're going to a home? No? Okay, fantastic. Well, hopefully that means that I was able to explain what a home inspection actually is. And so we'll be happy to assist you guys with anything that you need. Thanks once again, Mr. Mike and Sarah. And we'll be right over here at the end of the expo if you have any more questions.